Kemper Profiler Tones and Talks. We are back. Let me throw that Rick at you season in a different version today, but nevertheless, and it's not possible without Mr. Thomas Dill. Hi, Thomas.
Hi, Tom.
How are you? Have you survived our NAM discussion from the last episode? Of course you did.
Yes.
Yes. And in the meantime, you didn't find any cool new innovations in terms of tuning the guitars or keeping the guitar in tune. Of course, I'm joking.
I always my tuners.
Yeah. Oh, actually, what's your favorite tuner and why? That would be something because I'm looking for a headstock tuner that's not visible from the front, like a back headstock tuner. Is there something that's the TC thing or?
Yeah,
No?
something. It's the Peterson.
Peterson.
I have here. I'm looking at what is called Strobo Plus, which is installed in my studio setup, and I always have can tune at all time. But for acoustic guitars or when I'm on the road in other studios, I take this Peterson Strobo clip. And it works fine. You have it here. You can put it to the back and you see it. But it's different when you have these headstock tuners. I really on stage I don't like the headstock tuners, but I really like the tuner and the profiler. When they did the strobe style, I didn't like the other one, the bubble tuner, because for me it was not really. Not fine tuning, and the display was not fine enough. But with a moving display, any guitar players don't like these moving displays, and some of them are really too fluffery, and don't show anything. But you need. I know also many guitar players can't tune or can't play with a tune-up. You always see the guitar players. This one, instead of waiting and tuning. And if many guitar players dong 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 do that one and then turn, and the guitar is never in tune. So you need to take your time. You need to learn tuning. So
also, but you're right.
Top tuners.
It's true. Yeah, absolutely. Let's get into it. Let me throw that Rick at you. This time, you're not throwing it over to me for me to check out, but you're suggesting a tone to me. Rick, I haven't heard from you, and you put together as an example for a question that basically results from some of the NAMM conversations we had, and that's okay, what's the state of guitar in terms of what's the go-to tone these days? And the 2 times Grammy-nominated guitarist Rod Castro I visited confirmed, even after the NAMM show, that pop and rock guitar these days is basically not about effects. It's about M tones and some bread and butter stuff, and that's basically it. And everything else is just for specialists or experimental stuff. And there's fuzz for alternative and the Jack Whites of this world, and that's basically it. What do you say if you hear that? Would you agree, or are you a different type of guy?
Guitar player. So if the Grammy-nominated guitar player says that, so he might be right. I'm just a little guy sitting here in Germany, and this little guy sitting in Germany likes very much sounds with effects, but it does it matters how you use the effects. So when I work with producers, they always say, we don't really need that typical guitars. We need something that sticks out for recordings. So listen to pop songs, and there are always some sounds maybe created with guitars, and they are sound different. This is not really sounding like guitar. It's some effects, some reverb stuff, some delay stuff. Listen to U2, or listen to Alter Bridge. Listen to Mark Tremonti. He's playing this normal stuff, but when they come to their silent parts, there are a lot of cool guitar sounds, and not only amp and a bit of overdrive. So a little bit of modulation to give that tone, and that not only the tone, to give that guitar part the special vibe. So I really don't want to agree to that these days the guitar sounds are only amp and that's it, and a bit of reverb. So
Okay,
if you don't
so
mind,
do you have something to prove that it makes sense, what you're saying?
I have two examples. So the first example is modulation. If you have some chords, nice part, nice chord, taking a phaser vibe, so uni-vibe stuff, this from the solo, that stuff just a little bit gives that part and that chords a special vibe, as it says.
Yeah, but that I would consider even, of course, in the bread and butter department,
Okay,
because some modulation, of course.
different stuff. Another one, some parts, some inner city blues style. Take this one and
Cool.
take a touch wah. You might think, why is he doing this touch wah behind, or placing this touch wah behind the amp? Why not? I thought it sounded better. Check this out. So, before the amp, it would sound that. Different, a bit more overdrive. So when I place it behind the stack, it's a bit too fizzly. So this, the higher frequencies are too harsh. Therefore, I turn down the mix just to get this little sound, little bit of moving from the filter. And the next thing I would do for that old school vibe, turning on the spring reverb, take this one. So sounds different than this one. Without effects. What do
That's
you
true.
think?
Well, as it is still ringing in my ear, I would say the spring reverb, of course, it's a good choice, but I found it a little bit too wet for my taste.
Okay, yeah, we can turn the mix down. I will do that.
And then, yeah, please go ahead first.
Turning the mix is
And
36.
also with the phaser, maybe.
Phaser is off. Phaser is off. It's just wah-wah and spring reverb.
Yeah, and what
And a
would
little
happen
bit
if you would activate the phaser as well?
not bad.
Yeah,
Just it's just an example, the first example, how to add a little bit of effects to a guitar part to get typical style or vibe for this part. Just nothing else. Nothing else. So I think in both things. So first of all, you have a part, a guitar part, and then you think about, okay, which effects or which sounds can give that part the extra special twist to shine out in the recording, in the arrangement on stage, or to give the singer or the lead instrumentalist a good foundation for to create a very good performance. So this is always for me as the backing guitar player the main thing. Not to have the fiddliest parts, just having a part which helps the song to sound better. So that's it. Then you have, this is the next example then, sounds that lead you to play something different and inspire you. These
but
are,
yeah,
yes, please.
just a second. Before we move on,
Yeah.
because with this one here right now, you always make a genre statement much
Yeah.
more than just with the well, it wasn't dry, it wasn't clean, but the non-effect version of the part you were playing, because it was great playing. It's a great part, and it sounded very very good. And when you added the things to it, you opened a genre with that
Yes. I
tonally,
really,
and the other version was musically, of course, fine, but it was in terms of genre and style much more open canvas. So
yes.
I think it's just then the question of where are you going and what it is for, and what a producer or your inner producer would say where you want to go for, because when you're on stage or anywhere, when somebody starts a guitar part like this with the effects, you have immediately pictures,
Yes.
and this reminiscence to I don't know, I see 70s New York or whatever, Detroit, Chicago, And with this other thing, it's open. You
Yes,
hear the music, and then
definitely.
you just don't know, and that's a big difference. So maybe you know the filter. We know it from our iPhones. You have these filters with
Mhm, mhm.
with a certain color set, and this would be like immediately soft summer,
Yeah,
California, San Francisco,
definitely
Detroit, New
the
York.
spring reverb and the back. This is 60s, 70s style spring reverb. Yeah, if somebody tells you, yeah, we need some Amy Winehouse sound, okay, always turn spring reverb on and play backbeat chucks. Then you're on.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
got the
right.
job then. But maybe not with Wawa. Okay, so definitely when we use effects, we take these colors and we create some atmospheres, and yeah, we should match the style we're looking for. So if you have yeah, some U2 stuff, you shouldn't take the spring reverb that high. You should take maybe some delays. But you're right, definitely. So you should think about where do you want to go with the song and with the arrangement and with your guitar part. But always, it's just these little things. And what you say is this is bread and butter stuff, so a little bit of modulation and stuff. But this is very, for me, important stuff.
Well,
It's
bread and butter doesn't mean, these are, as we Germans say, Grundnahrungsmittel. So it's really, really important. It's the foundation for a lot of stuff. It's just there is no discussion that you
Mhm.
need to have a reverb and a phaser, flanger modulation
but
thing,
but
and
some
and
people
also a wah.
really don't work with that. So oh no, I don't take modulation. So these smart little things, just a bit. Coming from the 80s, you heard enough chorus. So there were times that I hated to do chorus sounds. But yeah, it's getting over that. The 80s coming, or 80s are really now hip today. And yeah, we are taking some bit of chorus, but even if you just have yeah, mix level at 15% with a vintage chorus here, it gives a little bit more movement, a little bit more, yeah, shining stuff. And that's what I think, yeah, people should more work with. So yeah, this is bread and butter. Yeah, it's the type of bread and the type of butter. Then.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And so, bread and butter is definitely what's in here. So,
mm,
if we just add this little plug,
yeah,
and yeah, so you're, of course, well equipped with this one to do what Thomas here just did, except for you can't do everything after the stack.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, next thing. Next thing is that what you asked me. Do we need what did you call it? Sounds, guitar sounds with much effects.
Yeah, with you know, genre guitar altering type of effects. We did this. We did this a lot. You had there's the Tone Tips series with
Yeah.
a lot of videos where you went into all the shapers and stuff like that, and I was doing some synthesizer-like things, which are really exciting and fun, and they could lead to some new stuff. But so the world out there seems to seek something different when they're thinking about guitar. And so the question is, so where does it sit? Where's the space and where does it make sense? And where could we reach people with weird stuff or special stuff that are basically looking for some traditional guitar tones? So, but you have something on your mind.
Yeah, it's always when I start recording stuff, maybe for review playbacks or for some other projects. Yeah, I'm going crazy with sometimes effects, and always when I don't really know what to do, I start turning on an effect and just play a little bit with that and let the effect lead me to something. And there was I was thinking today in preparation of this show about, okay, which effect would do what is this part to me, and what would lead me to a guitar part which I won't create without having the effect. There was something, so I can show you then.
Okay, that's cool.
So here we are. It was the chromatic delay. So think about, a songwriter comes to you and says, okay, I have the hit song, and it goes with E minor. Okay, you never heard this chord progression before, maybe?
Wait, was there a G in there and a D in there as well?
No, no D, no D. It's
No D. Oh.
oh yeah, D with F sharp in the bass,
Yeah.
and then going back to E.
Yep.
So with maybe dance through 4 on the floor bass drum. Okay, so guitar part. Starting melody, chromatic delay, and he said he wants to have 9th chords. That style. Okay, so take the melody chromatic. Okay, then this is the first stuff. Melody chromatic means you have 4 delays: 16th note, quarter note, 5/16, 3/16, and the pitches are 19, 19 up. This is the first one, but this is off. Sorry, stop. The next one is a 7th and nothing else, just a 7th. And when I play power chords, so without, creates this 9th chord. And this is really nice then to have. So that was just by accident. I pressed it was the pitch delay, melody chromatic, and it was the 5th of Scotch preset, which I modified a bit. And then I thought, okay, it's nice to have melody chromatic, but then some modulation should be on there too. So rotary speaker and the fast one. And this is how it sounds like. So this is something that came from the effect and creates a tone and a guitar part that was inspired by this effect setting. And of course, the chords. And this is something that you won't, you can't compose that without the effect. So when I turn the effects off, it's
Yeah.
you won't, and it definitely doesn't sound that good if you and this is this special twist, this special vibe that creates maybe a complete verse for a song or an intro that is created or inspired by an effect. And this is something, for me, it's something special sounding. And this is something where maybe people listen to. So if you have a normal guitar sound, this is not really the ear catcher. And this is something where I'm always looking for some ear catching stuff. And for me, it's, the guitar part should be good. So effects never help or rescue a bad guitar part, a bad played guitar part. So the effects are only the second stuff. But
Yeah, but here it's pretty interesting, as you say, and as you proved, and yeah, I totally agree that this special delay triggered you coming up with this arpeggiated version of that simple chord progression.
yeah,
And I mean, even if in the long run of a production of that possible song, that part is taken over by something else and not the guitar,
yeah,
it's really valuable that this was that this came up, this came out of the whole process by
yeah,
utilizing this this effect for the guitar, and of course you can recreate this live as well. But yeah, the most important thing is that it's triggered the creativity, and
yeah.
that's really important. And I just got out my oblique strategy. You know the oblique strategies? Have you heard about that?
No.
Brian Eno came up with a set of cards he used in the studio with some weird and erratic suggestions.
Okay.
And they became pretty famous as oblique strategies. And you can still buy this deck of cards, but there's also an app, of course. And it says, honor the error as a hidden intention.
Okay.
And yeah, that works with that, because just by getting this not random, but you know, that delay with the pitched tones, you're opening yourself up for some unplanned experiences. So that goes along with this, and
Definitely.
so allow an easement. An easement is the abandonment of a structure. Stricture. Stricture. Okay, and yeah, so this goes along with it. Just break out the usual routine and add something special. Add some spice to it.
And
Yeah,
for
I
me,
agree.
another thing is I really don't think in guitar sound. If somebody asks me, yeah, can you play on a recording for can you play some guitar parts? And normally they yeah tell you, okay, I want to have crunch guitar in the verse, then power chords, high gain, or anything else in the chorus, and sometimes they say, okay, we won't have this special sound. This should be sounding AC/DC like, or should be sounding this one. And sometimes it's open. And for me, it's always, yeah, not guitar. It's just musical part. So going away from anything else and just create a part that creates some atmosphere. And this is something what I found out when I've delivered the tracks or delivered some arrangements, and always the people said these not typical guitar sounds were the best one. So
Okay.
everybody liked that stuff. So it's not you never, or me, maybe I did the baddest sounds then, never get an honor for a good AC/DC sound. Always get an honor for, oh yeah, this delay sound in the bridge was great. So it never was, hey man, you played this Metallica tone in the chorus. No,
I mean, yeah, that's. I
it's
mean,
these sticking out sounds. They are the greatest one. So and I always pray for that. Please, people, experiment and get rid of your thinking in just one direction, thinking in your old school guitar tones.
yeah, that's something.
Depends on the music that you make.
I would go with that, of course, because when talking about this, we're already in Rick Rubin area, in terms of approach and how to create art and how to come up with new stuff, and yeah, that's also always something. Okay, the machinery, of course, requires the familiar to replicate that and sell it to the people who want to have always the same stuff, and that's to be. Yeah, you can see that in the music industry a lot because a lot of the same stuff is touring constantly and making the big shows. The older artists are living from this, and the real cool stuff, the innovative stuff, is always special, and that sticks out, of course. But that's something that has still places to go, and most probably, I think, for the listeners, and that's what I wanted to make as a point. Is exactly what's working in a special way, because yeah, everybody knows an AC/DC riff, and they most probably are not
Yeah.
able to determine if it's by Angus Young or by just a random person. But if it's really special, that sticks out and may raise you know the attention, and so that's theoretically at least more interesting for the listeners as well. As Sting said in this Rick Beato interview, he wants to be he doesn't want to be bored. He wants to be oh, God, what's the English word? Überrascht.
Surprised.
Yep, surprised. Yeah, he wants to be surprised by
Yeah.
the music, and these things help to
Yes,
surprise,
definitely.
of course. Yeah. Is there something more? Is there another step you have?
Definitely not. This is the whole.
To learn from? Oh, I mean, of course.
We can, if you think about doing something, we can do something, we can try something. So but that was for that part. I thought to have a compressor, to have a rotary sound, to get this water style effect, and the pitch delay. For me, this is enough because you have some movement stuff, some harmonic stuff, and the compressor lifts the lower picked sounds up. A natural delay is in it, but it's just room sound. Not. I tried to have a big delay, but it was getting muddy. So yeah, you need to check out when, or you need to know the point when it's enough. So for me, that would be enough for the part. Maybe for a bridge part, when I was playing, or just bridge style. For that one, we should take another sound or another modulation, maybe slow rotary to get a little bit slower movement. And yeah, but I don't know anything to add on that song. If you have a wish or some suggestions, please.
No, while I was coughing, excuse me for this. I was thinking about it, and actually, you could tonally change something, and I don't know, go a little bit weird with the shaper in front of it or whatever. But that wouldn't add anything to the musicality of the effect you just created, and I think that's basically the point, and that's good that we had this at the end here, that discussion, because that's actually the thing. So sometimes also never forget, even if you're experimenting, but not to forget to ask, what's the point? What does it add? Does it add something interesting musically or not? And that's the case here, of course.
And we're just working, yeah, let's say in the fog. You don't, what you normally have is vocal line. So vocal line is the master, and you have to add something to the vocal line or support the vocal line. So this is something we would go blind to some songs. So you, when you make a layout, it's always, for a singer, it's always good to not overplay this your parts, because then the singer has no place to move or something. Where, so it's always better to have just a catchy melody or catchy backing track, but very low, with events and with sounds and stuff. So this would be then the next step, if we have a melody or something like that, then to support this melody with some different sounds.
Yeah, and another thing, what happened here is something that's always, generally at least, a good idea, because if you're not strumming chords,
Yeah.
you're just playing notes, and that triggered you to play notes instead of chords,
Sounds good.
for the chord progression. That's always a good thing, and that's also a big challenge, I think, usually, because to go from that to more single note oriented stuff is always a task that's not so easy, to come up with the things that work, and that's happened here by you using that effect, definitely. Yeah. So try this at home, we should say, and think arpeggios also.
Arpeggios, try if you don't know what to play, try that rhymes, the melody chromatic delay.
Okay, so that's that's a good
or
point.
the harmonic delay.
Yeah, it's in all the big profilers, and yeah, check it out, people, and let us know what you think. And even if you come up, damn, sorry, post nam tracks indeed.
Yeah.
So sorry for this. Um, so let us know and share some links and stuff like this. Be active in the community. Let us know. That's also always appreciated. All right. Before I get cut off with the nasty cough here completely, let's wrap it up this time. Thanks, Thomas, again for coming up with the rig and the examples.
You're welcome.
And I think we will meet next time again when we say, let me throw that rig at you. And if you have some wishes and questions out there, just let us know. We'd be happy to address them. And so far, so long, make more music and no, don't shut up, but play your guitars. Okay, bye bye.
Okay, bye.